On the ground to second. That's going to do it. The Cardinals with a terrific return home, Mark Sweeney. 11 runs, 16 hits, and they clobber the Tigers 11-4.
From MLB.com, this is the Morning Lineup Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Monaghan. Today's Tuesday, May 20th, and the Tigers have roared into consideration for being the best team in baseball. But do you know what might be mightier than a Tiger? A Cardinal. We had a pitcher's duel out in San Francisco, spoiled by an Italian breakfast. There are, as you might have guessed, some more is Juan Soto hustling questions. And somebody hit their 300th career home run. Let's get to it. The Tigers have been the best team in baseball so far this season. Entering Monday, they had the best record at 31-16. They had the biggest first place lead among other division leaders, up 5 games on the Twins. They were Tigers. They were fierce. They're scary. You want to face a Tiger? Wait, what's that sound? Is that a Cardinal? That's a Cardinal. The Cardinals, owners of a 9-game winning streak already this month, and winners of 12 of 14 headed into Monday, seem like a worthy opponent to take on the best team in baseball. And they did on Monday night. And right away, in the first inning, Brendan Donovan gave his Birds an early lead.
The pitch. There's a base hit to left field. That scores Lars Nootbaar on the single by Brendan Donovan.
1-0 Cards. And that was just the beginning. St. Louis would score 10 more runs. 6 came after a rain delay in the 7th, courtesy of a 2-run double by Jordan Walker and this beauty by Pedro Pages.
Swing and a high fly ball built to deep left. Badu goes back. That ball is gone. Pages with a 2-run homer.
That was all, of course, more than enough for 3-time All-Star and tree lover, seriously, go Google it, Sonny Gray.
On 2-2, a swing and a miss. A sweeper strikes out Keith. 10 strikeouts for Sonny Gray.
Gray struck out 10, giving up just 3 hits over 6 scoreless innings. A big bounce-back performance from his previous out, and maybe his best start of the year. With the 11-4 win, St. Louis has now won 13 of 15. It is now just a game back of the Cubs for first place in the NL Central. Maybe the Tigers aren't the best team in baseball. Maybe it is now, in fact, the Cardinals. The Royals versus the Giants, along with being a fun rematch of the 2014 World Series. Shout out to you, Joe Panic and Michael Morris, if you're listening. Both teams are also very good this year, up near the tops of their respective divisions. And in Game 1 of the series last night, it looked like it could be a pitcher's duel. Kris Bubic versus Robbie Ray. And, as somebody may have said at some point in history, what could be, would be. Robbie Ray, now owning a 2.67 ERA, grunted his way through 7 scoreless innings, giving up just 6 hits while striking out 7.
1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. Strike 3, 95-mile-an-hour fastball. What a performance by Robbie Ray.
Bubic matched the lefty, going 7 scoreless while giving up 2 hits and striking out 5. He had a no-hitter through the first 5 innings.
This is a special day for Bubic. Too bad we can't get him any runs, but that's some kind of pitch right there.
Both starters departed when the 8th inning rolled around. The Royals got a runner on, and then, is that a cappuccino? A cornetto? A cannoli? Oh baby, that looks like an Italian breakfast.
Now Vinny, that's deep to right field. Back and gone!
Yes! That's what Bubic has been waiting for.
A 2-run homer from Italian-American baseball hero Vinny Pasquantino, his 8th of the year. 2-0 Royals. The Giants would add a run on a Jung-Hoo Lee RBI double in the 8th, but KC would go up 3-1 on a Kyle Isbell single in the 9th, and they'd win the game by that same margin. A nail-biting, hair-raising, feet-tapping matchup. Kris Bubic now has a minuscule 1.47 ERA on the season, tied for third best in all of baseball. Coming up, Kodai Senga's ghost forkball joined the other ghosts, lingering around 113-year-old Fenway Park. Which ghost would prevail? That's after the break. Red Sox vs. the Mets, a classic rematch of the 1986 World Series and the Omir Santos homering off Jonathan Papelbon game. The Sox, looking to get back on track after a rough May stretch, had to try to do it against one of the best pitchers in the National League, Kodai Senga. Boston seemed up for the task. They immediately scored 2 runs in the first inning, and then Jarren Duran hit the ball, and well, he Jarren Duran.
Another line drive. That one down the right field line. All the way to the wall. Narvaez churning around third. He's being waved in. He's going to score. Into third base, standing up with another triple. Jarren Duran to go with his double in the first inning. And the Sox are on top 3-0.
It was Duran's MLB leading 6th triple of the year. The Mets were held to just 1 run by Hunter Dobbins and an array of Red Sox relievers, losing the game 3-1. New York has now lost 4 of their last 5 games. Oh, and there was a moment that local New York radio hosts will be screaming about all week long. In the 6th inning, Juan Soto didn't run out what he thought was a home run and only ended up with a single off the Green Monster, a night after getting some criticism for not running out a ground ball to DJ LeMahieu. Soto said post-game he thought he did hustle, while manager Carlos Mendoza had this to say.
We'll talk to him about it. Tonight, obviously, someone gets a hold of one and knows when he gets it, he's won, you know. And he thought he had it, you know, but with the win and all that. And in this ballpark, or you know, anywhere, but in particular in this one, with that wall right there, you got to get out of the box. So, yeah, we'll discuss that.
This should be such a fun storyline to follow all season long, every single day, living in New York City. Elsewhere around the league,
as Schwarber lifts one to deep right field. It's number 300 off the facing of the upper deck. What a shot by Kyle Schwarber.
466 feet. Goodness.
And you figured a milestone home run for Kyle Schwarber would come with some length to it.
Kyle Schwarber hit his 16th home run of the season, second to Shohei Ohtani in the NL, in the Phillies' 9-3 win over the Rockies. Schwarber's dinger was a majestic 466-foot shot into Colorado's thin air, the 300th of his career. Get out the rye bread and mustard, Grandma, because it's grand salami time. Julio Rodriguez hit a grand slam, and the Mariners knocked off the White Sox 5-1. Luis Castillo pitched 7 shutout innings, giving up just 3 hits in the victory. Seattle remains 2.5 games up on the Astros for first place in the AL West. Shohei Ohtani hit his 17th home run. Mookie Betts hit 2, but the Dodgers lost to the D-backs, their 4th straight, 9-5. Lourdes Gurriel, Gabriel Moreno, and Geraldo Perdomo homered in the Arizona win. William Contreras had 4 hits, including 2 doubles, to help Milwaukee knock off the Orioles 5-4. Baltimore is now remarkably 15-31 on the season. That's not good. The Reds crushed the Pirates 7-1 behind Nick Lodolo. You already know though, 7K, 6 innings, 1 run performance. Both Gavin Lux and Ellie De La Cruz had 2 doubles in the win. Don't look now, but Tito Francona and his crew have won 5 straight games and are just 3.5 behind the Cubs for first place in the Central. The Marlins were up 2, down 1, up 3, down 1, and finally, in the bottom of the 9th with 2 outs, they went up for good on a 2-run walk-off double down the line by Jesus Sanchez. Miami's 6 walk-off wins are tied with the Giants for the most in MLB this season. For any other scores and news, head on over to MLB.com. That's all for today's morning lineup. I will be on tomorrow again to fill you in on all the baseball you missed from Tuesday. MLB Network will be showing some excellent matchups tonight. If you're on the East Coast, you're going to need to stay up late. If you're a kid that needs to ask your parents, tell them I said it's fine. It's pretty much summer break already. The Giants will take on the Royals at 9:45 Eastern, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto and the Dodgers will try to get revenge on the D-backs at 10:10. Also, please don't forget to leave us a rating and review, share this podcast with the baseball lovers in your life, and enjoy all of the games today.